Welcome back everyone to more career mode gameplay of SRX the game. And it is time for another showcase event. This time we're headed to Diamond Grove, a 1/5 mile track with absolutely no room to race whatsoever. We have to get creative about the groove we run at this place. And last time we had a little bit of speed. We made it to the A main. We made some good money. So I'm very excited to see what we can do this time around. Because it's a showcase event, $20,000 is on the line. So the best finish we can get will mean a lot more money at this race as opposed to some of the others. Now, as far as our car condition and update, let's hop over to the garage and let's first take a look at what we need for our next upgrade. So that's going to be the chassis. And right now, I'm still thinking 25 out of 30 on the performance is what we want, and that's going to cost $33,815. Now, the good news is, with a great finish at Diamond Grove, we're not very far from making that a reality. So I fully expect that we're going to get this upgrade done within the next couple of races, and that is going to mean huge amounts of speed for us overall. We're creeping our way up the leaderboard. Everything is working amazingly well. But we're on race number 9 of the shortened 14 race season. So what is that going to mean overall? As we talked about at the end of our last video, when are we going to get that opportunity to move up to the stadium trucks? Now, honestly, I would prefer to skip the stadium trucks and go straight into the late models because that's what I really want to race. But if the game decides we need to go through the trucks first, then I guess that's what we'll do. So 20,000 on the line. Let's see what we can do with them at Diamond Grove. Practice and qualifying in the books, and things are looking pretty good overall. I was a bit concerned with the increased horsepower at just what kind of handling we would have and whether or not the horsepower would actually overwhelm the track itself. As I've mentioned in the past, I mean, these cars are just too much for this size of track, but overall, I think we're going to be able to make it work. We were able to beat our goal time pretty handily, a little over a quarter of a second maybe there, and then a little bit better in qualifying overall. So we're going to have a good starting spot. Let's see if we can make it come through in the heat race. Final heat race of the day, heat number 6. We need to be in the top 3 to advance directly into the A main. Starting on the outside of the front row, and we just need a clean start. First and foremost, I think there's somebody on the inside. Yeah, there he is. So I've got to find some sort of rhythm. We're in the top 3 right now, but of course, that can change at any moment. This is where you have to start getting a little creative because there's no room on this track for anything, really. And you just try to find a little rhythm here. As I've mentioned many times, the heat race is where I try some different things out and see what works and what doesn't. You can see my biggest concern is having a clean race, so I'm trying to give all the room in the world to that guy that's out there beside us. I have no idea where he is. I'm hoping he doesn't remind us of where he is with Body Slam. There he is. Yeah, getting that bite off the corner with this much horsepower on this small of a track can be a challenge. So far, so good, more or less. I could definitely use a lot more. But given where we are with this car, I am very happy, especially with a second place finish. That is exactly what we need. And not only do we advance to the A main, but I believe this is the first time we're going to the qualifying dash.
These drivers will race as hard as they can to get pole position for the A.
All right, so here in the qualifying dash, this is for our starting position in the A main. So we're starting, I believe, dead last, actually. That would make sense given which heat we were in and all that. So we definitely want to try to move up as many positions as possible because, again, this is where we're going to start the A main. All right, so far so good. Everything nice and clean. I'm trying to leave them room. Hopefully they leave me some room. You can just hear this thing spinning the rear wheels. I mean, there is just so much horsepower compared to the amount of weight that you have in these cars. They are so much fun to drive. All right, we're up to 8th for right now. Only 10 laps here, so just like a heat race. Not a whole lot of time to get anything done, but that's perfectly fine with us. The fact that we're here is a huge step forward for us. I can tell you, I would really like to be, if nothing else, in an odd numbered starting position, because obviously that's going to mean we're on the inside. All right, final lap. And there you go. Okay, 7th position. I'll take that. Starting 7th into A main. That's right, the event we've all been waiting for, the A main. So straight out of the qualifying dash, starting in the 7th position, we need a good clean start and see if we can't get a great race underway. Now, how many laps here? 40 laps, okay. Which will not take long at this place, considering you're running sub 10-second laps most of the time, especially if you're not in traffic. Now, running down to that apron can really be nice, but you have to be very careful. Yikes. Right now it's just about avoiding the other cars more than anything. So I have no ability to run a line that I want to. Oh, slid it way too wide there. Again, that high side is there, but it's not somewhere I want to spend any time today. The key right here for me is just don't overdrive this thing. When I overdrive, that's when I wash up the track in the middle of the corner, like I did that last time. But it is so easy to overdrive this thing. Oh, hello. A little love tap from somebody there. I would expect nothing less. This is where I would love to have the midget cars from All American Racing in here at this track. This track is, well, if you enjoyed the Chili Bowl, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just get these midget cars on this track and have fun. But in this game, the 305s are the closest thing we've got to that. Ooh, look out. All right, so we got a wreck. Clearly. But no caution, which is good for us. Because you get everybody back together. You can see us got way too wide there. We'll try to get that spot back, but we're sitting here in the, ouch. Okay, there's the body slam. Really want to get back in this top 5. A top 5 finish would be huge with all the money that's on the line. I see that we're temporarily in the top 5, but of course, with all the traffic out here, you don't really know exactly where everybody is. Oh, got him way too deep right there. Let's try to undercut him here. We get there, not quite this time. All right, so we're about halfway through the race. Some good racing here. Body slams aside. I believe he's still outside of us. I have no way to know that for sure right now, but all right. If I can just stay clear of the traffic, then that's a nice little rhythm I can get going when I can use the track on exit of the corner, but isn't that always the case? Oof. That's the downside of using that apron. Sometimes if you don't hit it just right, it will shoot you dead right. That's exactly what happened to me. Fortunately, we didn't end up in the wall or into another car causing a big wreck. So tread lightly if you're going to get down there and try to straddle that apron. And try to get all 3 or 4 as I put it in the wall coming off the corner there. But yeah, be very careful with that apron. All right, now we got to get a rhythm back. Still in 5th, so not the end of the world. It's not like we're back in 12th or something now. Oh, hello. Did that say 17th position when he came by me? So the guy in 17th, 1 or more laps down, is giving me a little love tap through the corner. You gotta love that. Again, just trying to give these guys room because I know we are in all sorts of traffic. And I see the leader there. I had no idea we were even close to getting lapped. He's got some serious speed. All right, only a few laps left in the race. And this guy has lapped up to 5th place, maybe even higher than that. Wow. Talk about your dominating performances. And I felt like we have run a pretty good pace. We've definitely had our moments, but certainly not a pace that I would have expected us to get lapped with. Still in the top 5. See if we can maintain that. Tons of traffic right now. Tons. Okay, we'll take it. A top 5 finish. I still can't believe we got lapped. That is huge. So only 4 cars on the lead lap. This guy was putting some laps down. All right, so 5th overall. Let's see what that does for the points and for the money. It definitely ought to help us out in the points. All right, 5th position. Let's continue on. So now we're up to 13th in the overall point standings for the season. Yeah, I like that quite a bit. $13,600 for an overall total of $16,524. This is exactly what we needed to move us toward our next upgrade. So a huge, I'm going to consider this a victory for us. We might have finished in the top 5, but with the money we got, the points we earned, this feels like a victory, particularly overall for our company. So that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and stick around for more SRX, the game.